Every task that fights back has an answer you've never seen. Half of those answers do something you didn't know was possible. So we tracked down 45 ingenious Amazon tools that are genuinely at another level, ranked from clever to unbelievable. Number 1 still surprises people who already own everything. Hours of cutting leave your thumb aching long after you finish. The ZipSnip powers a rotating hardened blade that glides through fabric, vinyl, plastic sheeting, and thin rope with no hand strain whatsoever. A safety switch prevents accidental starts, the shape fits comfortably in one palm, and the built-in lithium cell recharges by USB. Bought for one project, then reached for every week afterwards, carpet, upholstery, packaging, and all. Every rounded nut you have ever cursed came from the same design flaw. LoggerHead threw that whole idea out entirely. Squeeze the handles, and 6 steel jaws close on all 6 faces at once, spreading the force so evenly that slippage is almost impossible. One tool covers the full metric and SAE range, with no dial, no thumb wheel, no socket set. It's a genuine rethink of a 200-year-old design, and afterwards the old wrench stays in the drawer. Roll it along a curved pipe and the number simply appears. The straight line assumption disappears entirely. This pocket-sized wheel tracks distance. The OLED display switches between millimeters, centimeters, inches, and fractions instantly, zeros at a tap, and recharges over USB. Tailors, plumbers, and sign makers use it for measurements, no rigid tool reaches, beautifully engineered and small enough to vanish in a pocket. How many cans of compressed air you buy in a year? Spinning to a staggering 11,000 RPM, this rechargeable unit blasts dust from keyboards, PC fans, camera sensors, and workshop corners, then reverses into vacuum mode to collect what it just moved. Multiple nozzles handle everything from tight circuit boards to car vents, and USB-C recharging means it's never a trip to the store. Roughly 2 years of canned air, bought once. 4 claws snapping shut around a bolt your fingers will never reach. NoCry's grabber threads a flexible shaft into gaps no hand fits, then springs those jaws shut on whatever you found down there. A magnet at the tip snags steel fasteners before the jaws even close, and an LED lights the darkness ahead. The shaft holds any curve you bend into it. That dropped bolt comes back every single time. Eyeballing a thickness is how good projects slowly go wrong. Kynup's Caliper handles inside, outside, step, and depth measurements from a single set of jaws, switching between inches, millimeters, and fractions with one press. Zero it anywhere along the beam for instant comparative readings. The IP54 rated body shrugs off sawdust and coolant, and the jaws lock where you set them. Suddenly, your measurements match the ones on the drawing. One cutter replaces an entire drawer full of rusting hole saws. Twin sliding arms run along a graduated scale, dialing in openings from roughly 1 to 12 inches in seconds. Carbide cutters chew through drywall, plywood, and ceiling tile, while a dust bowl traps the mess before it hits the floor. Recessed lights, speaker cutouts, extractor vents, every opening sized correctly, first attempt. Every other hole saw you own becomes spare change. 10 super strong magnets sit sewn inside a breathable band that hugs your forearm. Screws, bits, washers, and small sockets ride safely on your wrist while both hands keep working. Fully washable and adjustable to any arm, it turns your arm into a toolbox you never reach for. $15 and nobody hunts the floor again. Cut, grip, and separate. One pass, roughly 10 seconds. The Jokari Quadro strips round cable sheathing, cuts, grips, and strips individual conductors without ever changing tools. Its rotating blade circles the jacket at preset depth so wires underneath stay untouched, the copper stays clean, and the inspection passes first time. German-made and small enough for a shirt pocket, it makes the most repetitive job in electrical work enjoyable. The copper comes out clean every single time. How many times a day do you swap a bit for a driver? Kreg's answer is a double-ended bit with a step drill point on one side and a driver tip on the other. One flip in the chuck and you carry straight on, never fumbling for another bit. It lives in the chuck permanently, so pilot holes and screws happen in one continuous rhythm. 2 ends, half the interruptions, and a workflow that flows. Shift a loaded wardrobe alone and something usually gives, the floor, your back, or both. This set replaces brute force with physics. A long forged lever tips the load a fraction of an inch while 4 low-profile triple-wheel dollies slide underneath. Each roller carries a serious share of the weight and spins a full 360 degrees, so heavy pieces glide sideways, pivot, and park where you want them. One person, one wardrobe, and the floorboards never know. Worried that one strip screw is about to end your whole afternoon? This extractor set attacks the problem from both ends, a burnishing side that grinds a fresh grip into chewed-up screw heads and a reverse spiral extraction side that bites deeper the harder you turn counter. Clockwise. High-speed tool steel bites into stainless, brass, and badly rusted fasteners alike, and it chucks directly into any drill or impact driver. $10 stands between you and a completely wasted weekend. A single crooked hole can throw an entire cabinet out of square. Your handheld drill locks into a twin ball bearing chuck that glides dead perpendicular to the work, or sets to whatever angle you choose. Laser engraved center lines align to your pencil marks. A V-groove cradles round stock, so bits enter dead center on dowels and tubing, and the adjustable stop repeats the same depth endlessly. All the accuracy of a bench-mounted press, folded into something that lives in a tool bag. Every woodworker learns the hard way that the blunt chisel is the dangerous one. This kit stacks 4 grits across 2 double-sided stones, taking an edge from chipped at 400 grit all the way to a mirror finish at 3000. A non-slip silicone base holds everything steady, an angle guide keeps bevels consistent, and the included flattening stone resurfaces the whetstones themselves. Chisels, planes, kitchen knives. Everything you own comes back razor sharp. Tug the hose gently and 100 feet vanish back into the wall. A controlled spring governs the whole retraction, so the line feeds in evenly without kinks or whipping. The housing swivels 180 degrees so you can water in any direction without twisting, then folds flat against the wall. UV and frost resistant for year-round mounting, with a padlock point for security. The most oddly satisfying thing in the entire garden. This self-centering jig removes human error entirely, clamping onto stock and automatically finding the center line no matter the bore thickness. Hardened steel bushings guide bits at 6, 8, and 10 millimeters, and the depth stop guarantees every hole bottoms out identically. Edge joints, corner joints, shelf pins, every hole meets its partner, and the panel closes without a gap. Manufacturers invented pentalobe and tri-wing screws specifically to keep you out. JAKEMY answers with Atini chrome vanadium bits covering practically every fastener a phone, laptop, console, or drone manufacturer has ever invented. The aluminum handle spins on a swivel cap for one-finger rotation. Magnetized shafts hold screws mid-air, and a tweezer, spudger, and suction cup round out the repair kit. Nothing in the house gets thrown away again. The WORKPRO handles T50, JT21, T20, T25. A high-low power switch matches soft fabric or dense hardwood, and built-in jam protection keeps the job moving. Rubber inset handle, safety lock for storage, and 4,000 fasteners included. One gun handles upholstery, trim, insulation, and cable runs, ready the moment you pick it up. Measuring a long room alone means dragging tape, holding a corner, and hoping. This hybrid gives you a 16-foot retractable steel tape, a laser distance meter reaching far beyond arm's length, and a digital angle level in one housing. The backlit screen displays readings in feet, inches, fractions, or meters, adds and subtracts measurements automatically, and stores results. Area and volume calculations happen instantly. 3 tools in a single body, no assistant required, and no more shouting measurements across a room. Press a button, slide the jaw, and it locks onto the fastener as if it were made for it. KNIPEX built the Cobra with a self-locking mechanism that grips harder the more force you apply. The jaws never slip off round stock, no matter how seized. 25 adjustment positions cover an enormous size range, all from one hand, and the hardened teeth are induction tempered for life. German-made pliers that make every other pair feel obsolete. Table saw kickback happens in a fraction of a second, and thin rips are where it hides. The GRR-RIPPER grips a workpiece from 3 directions at once: downward, inward, and forward, with adjustable legs that straddle the blade so the cutoff never twists free. Rubberized gripping decks hold like a vise, and the balance handle keeps pressure exactly where it belongs. Cleaner rips, fewer offcuts wasted, and 10 fingers still counting at the end of the day. Weak joints show up the moment someone actually sits on the bench. Kreg compresses real joinery strength into a jig the size of a paperback. 2 guides clamp anywhere along your workpiece, even mid-panel, and a tempered bushing angles the bit so one screw pulls the joint tight without clamps. The GripMax anti-slip system holds without marring, and material thickness settings adjust in one motion. Cabinets, frames, and benches assembled in minutes rather than mornings, with joints strong enough to outlast the furniture. Ever tried swinging a wrench inside an engine bay that has no room to swing one? Seized pulleys, hubs, and bearings usually win that fight. ARES builds a ratcheting mechanism into the forcing screw, so tiny back-and-forth strokes generate serious pulling force in confined engine bays. Reversible jaws convert between 2-jaw internal and external pulls. Hardened steel resists spreading under load, and the whole thing adjusts to a wide range of diameters. The stubborn part slides free, undamaged, and ready to go back on. Thousands of vibrations per minute push trapped air out from underneath the tile, and you can watch the mortar spread as it happens. Set it down and suction locks it in place, driving that energy straight down through the tile until the air has nowhere left to hide. Adjustable speed settings suit different formats and mortar depths, while the built-in level indicator confirms everything stays flat as you work across the room. Your first tiled floor looks like your 50th. Carbon fiber woven invisibly through the lining, running off the same M12 pack already living in your drill. Milwaukee routes those elements across the chest, back, and shoulders, exactly where the cold gets in. 3 settings let you dial comfort up or down, and the elements reach temperature within seconds rather than minutes. The battery pocket doubles as a power bank for your phone, the shell is wind and water resistant, and the fit stays slim enough to work in. January stops being something to survive. Saw folded, it disappears into a backpack. Unfolded in seconds, it cuts logs, a hatchet wouldn't dream of. The Bariel 2-1 carries a 21-inch Swedish blade in an anodized aluminum trapezoidal frame that tensions itself automatically as it locks open. There are no loose parts to lose in the leaf litter, and the whole saw weighs around 18 ounces. Fiberglass reinforced grip stays secure in the wet. Serious cutting capacity, carried in a side pocket. Stairwells are where ladders get improvised, propped on whatever scrap wood was nearby. The PiViT is a molded fiberglass wedge that levels a ladder across uneven ground or stair treads, holding one leg securely at the correct height. Flip it over and it becomes a work platform, a paint tray stand, a door holder, or a jack for lifting a door frame. It supports a serious load, weighs almost nothing, and replaces the improvising that causes falls. Stairwells stop being the dangerous part. Half an inch of belt reaching inside a square tube nobody else can enter. The DCM200B runs a narrow half-inch belt around an articulating arm that reaches into slots, tubes, and internal radii nothing else can touch. Variable speed lets you polish stainless without burning it or hog material fast on mild steel, and the arm rotates through 360 degrees to attack from any angle. Belt changes take seconds and need no tools at all. Over-tighten a head bolt and you crack a casting. Under-tighten it and something comes loose at speed. This half-inch drive electronic wrench removes the doubt with a digital readout accurate across a wide torque range, plus audible, visual, and vibrating alerts the instant you hit target. It stores measurements, converts between foot-pounds, inch-pounds, and newton-meters, and tracks peak values for verification. The ratchet head feels like a quality hand tool because it is one. Every bolt torqued to spec, with the reading to prove it. 18 tools folded into something that lives in a pocket, and 4 of them open from the outside with one hand while the tool stays closed. The Wave Plus carries needle-nose pliers with replaceable carbide wire cutters, a straight blade, a serrated blade, a saw, scissors, files, drivers, and more, all in stainless steel with locking mechanisms. Leatherman backs it for 25 years, which tells you plenty. It's the tool people carry daily for decades, then hand down to their kids still working perfectly. Just 6 inches of chain bar, gripped in a single fist, cuts through a 4-inch green branch in around 10 seconds. CCI's mini saw weighs roughly 3 pounds with the battery, which means overhead pruning stops being an arm workout. A brushless motor spins it fast enough for fresh-cut wood, the safety trigger requires 2 deliberate actions, and automatic chain lubrication runs from an onboard oil reservoir. Real chainsaw capability without the noise, the weight, or a drop of fuel. A variable 1000 to 2100 RPM head rides on a telescoping pole, reaching high walls and ceilings from the floor. An integrated vacuum draws the dust off the disc and into a collection bag. The pivoting head follows the surface automatically, so you get flat results without gouging, and LED lighting reveals imperfections as you work. Sectional segments let you shorten it for tight rooms. Ceilings finished without a single dust sheet. 3 complete circles of green light, 1 horizontal, 2 vertical, wrapping walls, floor and ceiling in continuous reference lines simultaneously. WORKPRO's self-leveling pendulum locks in within seconds and alerts you if the unit gets knocked out of range. Green beams red noticeably brighter than red to the human eye. Pulse mode extends the range outdoors with a detector, and the rechargeable battery runs through a full day. Tiling, cabinetry, framing, drop ceilings, and layout all become single-person jobs. Every line on every wall agrees with every other one, steel parting silently, with no shower of sparks and no heat warping the panel. These shears slice through gauge steel, aluminum, and stud track, leaving an edge you can run a bare hand along. The swivel cutting head follows curves and tight circles without binding. The off-cut curls neatly away, and cordless freedom means working on a roof or in a ceiling void without hunting for an outlet. Ductwork, roofing, and steel framing all come together quietly, cleanly, and far faster than any grinder manages. Watch an even coat land across a fence panel in one steady pass. The nitro sprayer atomizes paint, stain, sealer, and varnish into a uniform film with brushless power behind it, adjustable flow control, and 3 patterns covering wide walls or narrow trim. Raw speed isn't the point here. Coverage is, and it lays down in minutes what a brush needs, hours to do. Cordless operation means fences, decks, cabinets, and furniture get sprayed wherever they sit. Furniture comes out looking like it left a factory spray booth. Cut, scrape, grind, sand, and plunge from one brushless tool that changes blades without a wrench. The DCS 356 adds a 3-speed selector so delicate work and aggressive demolition each get the right oscillation rate, plus a dual grip design for control in cramped positions. The quick change system swaps accessories in seconds, and the bright LED illuminates cuts inside cabinets or under sinks. Flush cutting door jambs, removing grout, trimming pipe, plunging into drywall. Cutting hard porcelain without electricity, water, or a single drop of slurry. This manual cutter scores and snaps porcelain and ceramic with a laser guide projecting your cut line and a precision rail system keeping the scoring wheel dead straight. Adjustable angle stops. Handle 45-degree miters for corners. The bearing-mounted rails glide with almost no resistance, and the braking foot applies even pressure so tiles snap clean instead of shattering. Mains power, water, and cleanup all disappear. Just clean, accurate cuts one after another, anywhere you can carry it. Slow drains rarely announce themselves politely, and chemical drain cleaners just corrode the pipes underneath. 25 feet of flexible spring cable drives through the clog under motorized rotation, so you're not cranking a handle in a dark cabinet. Forward and reverse control frees the head when it snags. An automatic feed system pushes cable at a controlled rate, and the sealed drum keeps the mess contained. Sinks, tubs, showers, and floor drains cleared in minutes for a fraction of what a call-out would have cost. Firewood by the barrel load, moved by someone who never lifts it. The aero cart converts from wheelbarrow to dolly, extended dolly, bag holder, cylinder carrier, rock lifter, plant mover, and trailer hitch, a proper transformer for the yard. Its patented geometry shifts the load's weight onto the axle rather than your arms, letting you shift that load with surprisingly modest effort. Twin wheels stay stable where a single wheelbarrow tips. Landscaping, moving day, firewood hauling, and renovation debris all stop being a 2-person job. Drywall goes up and your electrical boxes vanish. Then the cutting, guessing, and patching begins. BlindMark hands you magnetic targets that drop into each box before the sheet goes on. Afterwards, you run the locator across the surface and it finds the buried magnets instantly, marking the exact center and outline for a perfect cutout. Guesswork disappears, along with exploratory holes and wiring damaged behind the blade. The first time it works, the result looks slightly unbelievable. Pure problem solving and a repair bill that never happens. Stuck truck, felled tree, boat on a trailer, and no vehicle mounted winch anywhere in sight. Super Handy's capstan is a completely portable, battery-powered winch that pulls up to 1,000 pounds on a single line and doubles that to 2,000 with a double-line setup. Brushless power delivers steady, controlled hauling, an instant start trigger gives you immediate response, and a spare battery swaps in seconds to keep the recovery going. Anchor it to a tree, hitch, or post, and pull from wherever the work is. Forestry, hunting, off-roading, and marine crews all reach for it. Serious pulling power that travels in a case. Scrap copper is worth serious money, but stripping it by hand with a blade is slow, dangerous, and completely unprofitable. Stripmeister turns that math upside down. Feed cable into the intake, and tungsten blades slit the insulation while the drive rollers pull it through, spitting out bare copper continuously. It handles an enormous range of wire diameters with adjustable blade depth, runs from a hand crank or bolts straight onto a drill for automatic feeding, and the cast body absorbs thousands of feet of cable. Electricians and recyclers find it earns its keep surprisingly quickly. Mesmerizing to watch, genuinely profitable to own. Watching it work is like seeing a giant pencil sharpener eat a tree branch. Mounted in a heavy-duty drill, press it onto a log end, and twin high-carbon blades shave the wood into a perfectly round, precisely sized tenon in seconds. Bore a matching hole in a second log, and the two slot together into rustic furniture, railings, gates, and cabin frames, with joinery that tightens as the wood dries. The 60-degree shoulder angle produces that classic handcrafted look. The powder-coated aluminum body stays light, and the shank is replaceable. Hundreds of tenons between sharpenings, timber frame craftsmanship, unlocked by one attachment. Repairing a live pipe normally means draining the whole system, then spending the day refilling and bleeding it. This kit removes every step of that. Clamp the insulated jackets around the pipe, discharge the freeze spray, and the water inside becomes a solid ice plug in about a minute. That plug becomes your isolation valve. Cut, solder, replace the tap, or fit a T while the system stays completely full. It works on copper, steel, and plastic pipe from 8 to 28 millimeters, and the plug thaws afterwards, leaving no trace. Plumbers call it the closest thing the trade has to a magic trick. Welded bolts glowing cherry red in seconds. No flame, no sparks, nothing burning. This tool feels like it belongs in the future. The Venom HP uses invisible induction to heat ferrous metal directly, so a seized exhaust nut, ball joint, or bearing race releases in moments while paint, fuel lines, and wiring inches away stay untouched. Swap the coils, and it handles tie rods, sensors, gaskets, and bonded trim. Tanks, fire risk, and torch certification all disappear. Just a trigger and controlled heat exactly where you point it. Mechanics who buy one never touch a torch again. Nothing else here operates at this level. That's the countdown. 45 tools proving clever engineering beats brute force. Comment which one you'd grab first, hit like if this surprised you, share with a friend who builds, and subscribe for what's next.